As most of you know, Kevin recently proposed to me, and spoiler alert, I did say yes. Immediately after getting engaged, his next question was, where's my ring? How come guys don't get an engagement ring? And honestly, I wondered the same too. Getting proposed to was an experience of a lifetime, and watching someone plan something so thoughtfully for you is such an incredible experience. And of all the people in the world, I know that Kevin more than anyone would love something planned for him too. So on our recent Hawaii trip, I decided to plan a special proposal for Kevin too. And here's how it went. But before we can begin any adventures, we're taking a short flight to Maui. Look where we are. This is what Kevin booked for us. I'm shook. Okay, so why did we book this? You're not gonna tell us what this place was supposed to be meant for?
This was supposed to be where we were gonna get engagement.
Kevin is a huge animal lover, so when I was planning his proposal, I knew I wanted to involve some sort of animal experience. And then I saw that it was possible to do an alpaca farm tour.
Should we just do what's it called? The
Car Talks with Kev. It's gonna take us about 40 minutes to get there. Oh my gosh, they're so excited for us. Hi!
This is Lola.
Hi, Lola.
She's super sweet.
This one is the mama bear for the little one over there.
Come here. Oh my gosh.
As many of you know, Maui was affected by devastating fires earlier this year. I'll leave some ways you can help and some relevant organizations in the description box below. Kevin and I have decided to donate money to the Maui Fire Fundraiser as well as the Maui Humane Society, and we hope that you'll consider the same.
They were a lot lower elevation. They didn't need the same kind of insulation as the Wakayas.
Hello! Okay, what did you think of the experience? Did you have fun?
Mm-hmm.
Did you enjoy it?
Mm-hmm. Can we have an alpaca farm? I would do it.
Yes, so we got a little alpaca keychain.
It's
We
really
have one
big.
in the car, but this is a real one made from real fur. Did you have a good time?
Yeah. Thank you.
For our next stop, you may know that Kevin and I both spent part of our childhood in Japan, and of course we are big fans of Japanese food, so it's only fitting that we stop by a Japanese restaurant on his big day. They actually don't take reservations at all, so
Oh, what?
yeah, that's why I wanted to be here on the earlier side, because they don't take lunch reservations. This restaurant is called Nuka, and it's actually one of Maui's most highly rated restaurants. It's located on the North Shore and is an izakaya restaurant and sushi bar. Fries are happy food, so of course we had to order that. And are you really in Hawaii if you didn't have some sashimi? The food was truly spectacular, and one thing that we love about the islands is the island energy. All the humans here are just so kind, and the service is always out of this world.
Where do we go now?
We are going to Target.
Okay.
Now, why are we going to Target? Great question. I actually had already ordered all of the things I needed for the proposal on Amazon, only for all of it to get delayed. So I had to do some impromptu thinking, and thankfully there was a singular Target on the island where I was able to order things to pick up from. Kevin really didn't suspect anything because, well, I go to Target almost every day, so only naturally I'd want to check this one out too. I should have Kevin go and browse other things so that I can pick up things. Kevin and I started dating right before COVID started, and the first time we actually got to travel together was a year later, and the destination was Hawaii. We had both gotten the first 2 doses of the COVID vaccine. We wore a mask during almost the entirety of the trip, but it'll forever be one of the most special experiences we've had in our lives. Now for the location, of course I had to pick a romantic beach spot, which was pretty close to the Four Seasons Maui. It is the day before we leave for Hawaii. I was a little worried about when I was packing if Kevin was gonna find out what's going on, but in the little thing where I packed my swimsuit and my socks, I actually hid the little ring box, and so let's make sure it's in there. Okay, she is in there, thankfully. I had Kevin take a stroll nearby while I set up all of these things. And then I walked Kevin down to the beach. You may remember that in Kevin's proposal speech, there's pretty much only a sentence or two. And I think part of this is that when you're a little nervous, it's just a little difficult to articulate your thoughts. And I figured I would probably be in the same boat. So instead of giving a big, massive speech, I decided to make a scrapbook instead. Kevin is someone who's very sentimental, and I know that he would want something that he's gonna be able to take home as a souvenir and look at forever. And this scrapbook was so much fun to make. I printed out pictures at Walgreens, picked up stickers at Michael's, and I'm pretty sure this is the first time I've done arts and crafts since middle school. As you flip through the pages, it talks about how 2 stories became one and how life led us to this exact moment. Now, if you told me 5 years ago or 10 years ago that I would be proposing one day, I would tell you, heck no, there's no way I'm doing that. But I think that's kind of what love is. It's doing things you never thought you would do for somebody that you love. Because, well, you know that it'll make them happy. Love is compromise, love is patience, and while every single couple fights here and there, at the end of the day, we still choose to love each other because life is better with each other than without. People often say, oh, my partner is my other half, but it wasn't until I met you that I knew that you were whole on your own, and instead of being my half, you made sure I was whole too. And with that, I asked Kevin if he would marry me too. Thankfully, he also said yes. And for one of our final destinations for night, we are visiting the Haleakala crater.
We're trying to get it up to the crater so we can see sunset, but we kind of have to book it.
Yes, because we're a little behind, but it's a little concerning to me that nobody else is on this road. It's located in Maui's only national park and is said to be one of the most breathtaking views in the world. It is over 10,000 feet above the Pacific Oceans, which means that you will quite literally be driving and landing above the clouds.
This is like we're in the clouds.
We're literally in the clouds.
We're in the cloud. Like, it's like the cloud.
Really don't feel good about this. We're
9,000 feet of
like
elevation.
one wrong turn and you'll be like, you know, like I've never felt so human before. It just feels like I could die at any moment.
We have 30 minutes before sunset.
It's like soda, but it's just water. Oh, this is not bad at all. This is
like
just Seattle. Like, just feels like home, doesn't it? Fun fact, only the volcano's very top, approximately 5% of it, is above sea level. If you measure from the base of the Pacific plate that rests beneath it, Haleakala is actually taller than Mount Everest. Now, Kevin is a huge fan of viewpoints, museums, anything where you can look at something, Kevin will be there. So obviously, we had to add this as a stop. On the other hand, I'm usually more a shopping and foodie gal, but I have to say, this is probably one of the coolest things I've ever set my eyes on. Highly recommend if you're ever in town. Hello, and this is the end of our very, very fun day.
Thank you for proposing to me.
Yay.
Can you show them the alpaca?
Yeah. I told Kevin a little bit about like how I ended up making that scrapbook and stuff, and he was like, oh, that makes so much sense.
Yeah, I'm like, why didn't you let me go upstairs?
Yeah, because it took me like 2 whole business days to assemble that.
See?
Look how cute it is. It's so cute and fluffy. I wish I could describe to you guys like how soft this is.
It smells good.
When I shared on Instagram after we got engaged that Kevin was wondering why he didn't get an engagement ring, so many of y'all slid into my DMs to let me know that y'all actually proposed to your significant others as well and got them a little ring too. Now, I know this is not the most traditional way to do things, but it's certainly, I think, the most fun. I think every single person on this planet deserves something really special planned just for them. If you haven't gotten engaged yet, I'm so curious, would you ever consider doing something like this? As always, we love you guys so much. Make sure to follow us on our socials on Instagram and TikTok, and we will see you guys next time.